Why is it that drill sergeants yell all the time at basic training? So today I just want to talk about something that has been on my mind basically through some of the comments that you guys have left on many of my past several videos. Not really anything in particular, not really any specific comment, but the general theme for some people is they're just like, why are drill sergeants yelling all the time? Like, is that really like something that they have to do, that they want to do? Is that their personality? Like, what is the purpose behind them yelling at you instead of maybe just like teaching you how to do something without yelling? One of the things that you got to keep in mind when you're thinking about drill sergeants yelling at you and why they do it is you got to understand what they're actually trying to accomplish by doing that. And by doing that, when you're at basic training, like, what is the purpose of basic training? Well, the purpose of basic training is to transform a civilian into a soldier. Now, what does that really mean? Does that mean that they just take a civilian and they teach them how to shoot a gun or a weapon? No, that is not what being a soldier is. Just because you're a soldier doesn't mean you're like a super expert at... Hello? I just lost my train of thought there. I can't remember what it was. I just had an important business phone call. But I think I was talking about whenever you're taking a civilian and turning them into a soldier and what that entails. It's a lot more than just teaching them how to shoot a weapon and, you know, qualify with their M4 or whatever. There's a lot more to it than that. There's a big mindset shift that has to happen in a person in order for them to be an effective soldier, right? So there's a big mindset shift rather than, you know, just this little physical change where you learn a couple skills and stuff like that. It's not just the physical skills that you learn, but it's the mental mindset that the military instills in you through basic training. And one of the desired effects, or one of the desired things that the military wants to teach you, is how to deal with stress and deal with stress effectively and be able to operate, you know, effectively whenever a stressful situation is occurring. So when you're in a combat situation, that's going to be an extremely stressful situation. How are you going to be able to react with that? You know, if you have this one mission and you've got a whole bunch of stuff to do and you're under a lot of pressure, you're under a lot of stress, how are you going to be able to deal with that, right? So the main reason, to be honest, the main reason that drill sergeants are yelling at soldiers, that they're just yelling at them constantly, all the time, and yes, some drill sergeants are different. Some drill sergeants yell a lot more than other drill sergeants. Some drill sergeants you might rarely hear yell, but those drill sergeants that rarely yell, they actually kind of tend to smoke people a lot more because they're just real calm and they're just like, you screwed up, where you're about to get smoked for a while. But, you know, the drill sergeants that are yelling at you, they understand that by yelling, by being very vocal, by smoking soldiers and stuff like that, what they're doing is they're breaking you down, right? So they're breaking you down, they're trying to get that civilianness out of you. They're trying to get you to understand that they are in authority over you. And that sounds really weird to a lot of civilians. You're just like, why would you want somebody to be like God to you? Like, and I'm not comparing them to God, but at basic training, your drill sergeants are like God. Like, they make every decision. They tell you when to eat, when to sleep, where to walk, where to go, when to go to the bathroom, when to do everything, right? And all this strictness and all this yelling and all this smoking and stuff is to break you away from that civilian mindset, which is, I am my own person. I can do whatever I want to do. If I want to get up and do this, I can do that. If I want to get up and do whatever else, I can do that. When you're in the military, it's not like that. And all the yelling puts you under stress, right? So when you're going through basic training, you're gonna have all these tasks that you have to complete, whether it's a very, very simple task, as in run up to the bay, change into whatever uniform, and then come back downstairs in 3 minutes. That's a very simple task, right? But if you don't do it, or maybe they're yelling at you while you're trying to do it, you gotta be under stress. You gotta be able to move quickly. You gotta be able to think, you know. You gotta make sure that when you're in a stressful situation and you gotta move a whole platoon upstairs and get them to change and then come back downstairs in 3 minutes, you know, you gotta make sure you don't forget anything. You gotta make sure everybody's got the right equipment. So when a drill sergeant is yelling at you, and they're yelling at you just profusely, and they're in your face, and maybe you're in a shark attack and they're just yelling at you like crazy. You got 5 drill sergeants around you just yelling, They're not doing it because they hate you. They're not doing it because they don't like you. They're not doing it because they think you look funny or whatever. You know, even though sometimes drill sergeants do make funny jokes about people, whether you're like a super short person or you do have, you know, happen to have a funny look, right? They might make fun of that, but they're not going to hate you. They're not yelling at you because they don't like you, right? They're yelling at you to put you under stress. And whenever you're put through a stressful situation, just in life in general, whenever you start out on one end, you go through something that's really difficult, really stressful. On the other end, you're gonna come out more resilient. You're gonna come out more able to deal with harder situations. And that's something that is completely true. It happened for me a lot. I know for me, myself, stressful situations, a lot of stuff that I have dealt with since joining the military seems a lot more easy. It's because I've dealt with extremely stressful situations, at least in my experience in the military, and it has built me up a lot as a person, as a soldier, you know, as a man in general. Like, there's a lot of positive benefits that come from the suckiness of drill sergeants yelling at you, of the terrible times of feeling like no matter what you do, you can't do anything right? Because that's how basic training is. No matter what you do, you're going to get smoked. No matter what you do, you're going to get yelled at. No matter what you do, the entire platoon is going to get smoked, because it just happens. It's just a part of the process of basic training, of breaking you down and putting you through stressful situations and giving you impossible tasks to complete just so that they can smoke you, right? And all that is going to do is going to build you up as a soldier. They're going to teach you discipline. They're going to teach you all of these things. And at the end of basic training, you're going to be a much more resilient person than you were before. So that's it for this video. I just wanted to talk about that real quick because, I don't know, it's just something, it's one of those videos where I just have something on my mind and I want to make a video and share it with you guys. So I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, hit that like button. That would be awesome. If you want to stick around some more of my videos, hit that subscribe button. That would be even better. If you are not following me on social media and you want to and you didn't know, because a lot of people ask, what's my social media? It's right here. Like, it's right here. That is my social medias, right? I don't know why people ask that when it's literally there the entire time. I don't know. But if you're not following me on there and you want to, you can go ahead and do that. But I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys later.